What's up, guys? On this week's show,
Dolemite is my name, and fucking up motherfuckers is my game.
Meow, 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 meow.
And if you're happy and you know it, kill a zombie?
All that and more on this episode
of One Giant Leap for Geeks.
Cue the music.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for
Geeks. Welcome to another episode of OGLFG, where we talk about movies, video games, and all things in geek culture. I'm your host, Mike C. Squared. And with me is my co-host, DJ Melly-Mel.
Hey!
And back for the first time?
Back again.
Yeah, whatever.
Back again.
Benwah.
They tried to suicide me, but it did not happen.
Oh my god.
All right, before we get started, I want to let you know, if you enjoy the show, tell some friends about us, share us on your social media, whatever you choose to do, just know that you're helping us let others know about the best damn podcast they probably never heard of. Now, if you want to talk to us, the show is on Twitter at GiantLeap4Geeks. You can get a hold of our resident DJ Melly-Mel at Froggy Beaver, and Benwah is at Benwah Gaming. That's BENWAH Gaming.
If you're like me and around my age, you're a sucker for nostalgia, especially 80s and 90s. I'm talking music, movies, television, games, just pop culture as a whole. So, if you're from mid-Michigan or going to be traveling to the area, I suggest you check out Rewind and Birch Run. Rewind is a vintage-inspired blast from the past with not just cool trinkets and novelty items, but dope gear to rock as well. I'm talking shirts, jackets, caps, and even sneakers. Retro styles to make your inner child smile. Absolutely, positively, definitely check out Rewind. You might even see your boy Benwah copping something old school or shooting the breeze with the owner, Tyler. Rewind is right off of I-75, exit 136 in the Birch Run Premium Outlets, Section E, next to Crocs.
What you been doing?
I have been finishing up house hunting.
Mm-hmm.
We are getting ready to move about 3 weeks, and we've almost settled on a house.
Okay. Is it the same one you showed me last week?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Yes. With the blue.
Yep.
We actually got to go in and look.
The blue room. Yep.
Yep, with the blue rooms. We actually got to go in and look at it, and it looks super cute on the inside, super cute on the outside. We took a family vote, and it's 3 yeses. So, I mean, that's a lot of potential.
Okay.
And a lot
How
of...
many...
2-bedroom.
No, how many votes were there?
3.
Okay, so
3 out of 3.
Unanimous. Gotcha.
Unanimous,
okay.
Yes. There's 3 bedrooms, and it's got a fireplace, and it's real pretty, and an outdoor grill, and...
Nice.
Seems to fit everything that we absolutely need.
I can't wait to come over there and get drunk and break some shit.
No. Well, we are having a house party, but T-Money wants to keep our options completely open before we make a decision.
Sure.
He
Don't
did find
to it yet,
yeah, he did find 2 other options a little further north. So
Okay.
we're going to go look at those Thursday.
Okay.
And then we will make a decision Thursday night.
Nice.
So hopefully by next Tuesday, we will have everything set in stone.
Right.
And
by the time you hear us again,
yes, by the
DJ
time.
Melly-Mel will have a new house, hopefully.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's what we've been doing.
Clap, clap, clap,
Yay!
clap, clap. Good job.
Hooray for us. Other than that, same old stuff, work, and that's never fun.
No.
What about you, Ben? What you been doing?
Well, if you remember, a couple months ago, I said that I may not be able to take part in the podcast any longer because I was going to be starting a new job.
Mm-hmm.
Suffice to say, that did not work out, so things are back to how they used to be. I am once again available for these recordings, and other than that, it's just, trying to pay the rent and trying to have some kind of schedule for doing the Twitch thing. But I don't know how I feel about Twitch anymore, since they now have porn on there.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about that for sure.
What kind of message am I going to be sending to the kids if I'm on the same platform as porn,
Right, it's right. It's like you're trying to keep a wholesome family image, and I don't know how
exactly.
you can...
We keep shit fucking G around these parts.
Right.
So you mean to tell me you canceled your subscription to Pornhub?
You can subscribe?
Yes.
No.
Oh
It's
God.
2019. I pirate.
Right, I was going to say.
torrent.
No,
torrent.
actually, no. The last I saw, Pornhub Premium is now free, according to their ad. So, might
Well,
be something to think
that's
about.
a lie too. I don't torrent porn. See, I have an imagination. I can just visualize these things in my head.
Fair enough. Well, it is good to have you back, sir.
Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
good to have me back too.
Nice.
Here we go.
So, for me, I had a little adventure over the weekend.
Ooh.
Me and A-Train went to this thing in our town. It's indoor go-kart racing.
Nice.
So we went and did that, and hopefully she can't hear me, and I know she doesn't listen to it enough to where she'd notice or hear this, but she, like, whooped my ass on the track. Now, granted, it was a family there that, like, go all the time. Like, they came with their own helmets type shit,
Oh,
go all the
damn.
time.
Like,
and they
they're
were just,
hardcore.
like, lapping us like crazy, but I could never catch up to her. Like, she just blew me out the whole time. It was because I couldn't get myself to drift them damn turns.
Uh-huh.
It's not a natural feeling for me not to slow down when I'm turning a corner, and the corners are real tight. So it's like in order to keep your time from just going to shit, you can't slow down around the corner. So you got to just drift, because the whole time I hear and I'm like, I didn't feel comfortable doing that. Even though I'm low enough to the ground where I know I won't flip it over, it just feels like I'm gonna flip if I jerk it too hard and don't slow down. But so yeah, A-Train whooped my ass on the racetrack.
Nice.
Yeah, then
So you're
We might-
dating Danica Kilpatrick, you know? It's
We
fine.
might
Which
have
is
to
totally
dig
fine.
into this. Hey, Danica Patrick's hot.
hell
so.
yeah, I was like, shit, I'm totally fine with that. Other than that, Sunday was my cheat day, and I talked about it a little bit off mic, but I went ham. I had fucking banana walnut pancakes, toast, pizza with like 8 toppings on it.
You basically ate as much food in one day, I think, as we've ate in this entire week. So
Probably. I probably had a rock cheat day where I probably put away a good 5,000 calories, like easy.
that's just crazy.
And
to
it
think
was
about.
so good. My stomach hurt so bad afterwards, but I did not care. It was so good. I needed that. Other than that, no, that was my adventure for the week. So
All right.
I ate a lot of food. So there you go.
Got your ass whooped in go-kart racing and you ate a lot of food. That sounds like a hello weekend.
I was gonna say, hey, it was a fun time.
People can make whatever excuses they want to. No matter where you go, whenever you're racing go-karts, there always is like one that just goes at a snail's pace. There's always like your 5-mile-an-hour granny
Yep, that was me.
go-kart.
That was me. That was totally me. Because everybody was lapping me, and I never could catch up with A-Train. So that I would have been the granny on the course. Hey, like, is it running, or is he just like pushing it with his feet? Like, both.
There's Flintstone in this here.
But all
It's
right,
fucking Fred Flintstone.
hell yeah. All right, moving on.
Welcome back, Benwah. We missed you. Hopefully, I was successful at disabling my sarcasm matrix. Shit, I said that out loud, didn't I?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Because this is like a really big deal. Okay.
So I've heard.
Now, hear me out. From the hallowed halls of Broadway comes Andrew Lloyd Webber's magnum opus, based on T.S. Eliot's classic poetry book, reimagined for a new age. Using state-of-the-art digital technology, your favorite characters come to life. Behold the story of Jesus fucking Christ. It is so creepy looking.
Yeah, it is.
It gives me like chills. So, if you can't guess, we are going to give our reaction to the Cats 2019 trailer based off the Broadway play Cats of the same name. And I'm not even going to hide the ball on this one. It looks fucking creepy.
Yeah,
like, the
it
songs
does.
sound fine. The dances and the choreography look like it's fun. Sure. But the CG faces on the cat body, it's fucking weird. It's
Okay, so I gave you guys shit off mic because you and our live studio audience have never seen
Nope, never
Cats.
Never seen Cats. What about you, Ben?
The Broadway. How about you, Ben?
Seen Cats?
The closest thing to Cats I've seen was like a remix version of the music video for Gloria Estefan's Bad Boys.
Okay. So
That's about it.
none of these people at this table have seen Cats other than me. Now I'm going to. Here's the bombshell. I hate Cats.
Oh, okay.
The musical.
So all that shit you was talking.
I was just
you ain't
I
never
was,
seen Cats. I don't like the shit, but you ain't never seen.
I was talking mad shit before
Yes, you
on
was.
off mic,
Yes,
and
you was.
I absolutely hate Cats. The Broadway play. I also hate Cats, the animal, but that's a separate
Wow,
issue.
shots fired.
Cats, the Broadway, is just as creepy on Broadway as it is in this trailer.
Yeah, because they are dressed up like cats.
Yeah, they remind me of like the episode of CSI where they had the furry people.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I was totally hoping to run into some furries. I think I did one couple when I went to Comic-Con. And I was like, you know, if I can get into one of these, like, hotel room furry orgies, like, I'd be down for that. Not really. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, furry's not your thing. But,
no.
Yeah, no. Cats on Broadway is creepy enough. And then they put out this shit, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's got a great cast.
Yeah.
Great cast. Idris Elba, Rebel Wilson, Jennifer Hudson.
Oh, no, I made a list, actually.
Like, there's a whole...
Did you already say Taylor Swift?
Nope, Taylor Swift.
They got Judi Dench, Idris Elba,
Ian McKellen.
Yep, Jason Derulo in this shit.
Great
I don't know why I'm
names.
saying that like he's some like big actor or something. Like, they got Jason Derulo. But it looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I can't...
Ben... We're close to the same age, and Mel, you probably remember this too. This might have still been around when you were in school, but do you remember the Animorphs books?
Yes. I had all of them.
Okay, so this whole trailer looks like the second to last transformation in the Animorphs, like on the book.
Where they still have the body, but
Yeah,
they got,
yeah.
Yep.
It's like because they'll show him as like a regular kid, and then like it progresses into the animal. They look like the second to last right before the animal. Like this is what the whole trailer looks like. And it's unnerving.
It is. It's weird. It's like when they did the Cat in the Hat movie with Mike Myers.
Yeah, but worse somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow
I mean, that was like borderline. You could kind of see like his facial expressions and shit in his face. But they're like CG'd an entire body on a floating face. And
Ben, you made this comment earlier today, but you said that this reminded you of deepfakes.
It did. It really did. And okay, I recently saw, I don't remember who uploaded it onto YouTube, but whoever it is, good fucking job.
I think I know
they
what you're going
took
to say.
like the Full House intro.
Okay.
But everybody had the face of Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec.
Yeah. Yep.
And I looked at that and I thought that was well done and hilarious.
I think I've seen that.
I'm starting to think that 2019 is the year for like terrible, creepy animation.
Yeah.
Between like Sonic
Ooh, yeah.
and this. And surprisingly, Detective Pikachu was not bad.
Oh,
but
okay.
even some of those things were like, and I don't know what's going on here. I feel like 8-9 years ago when LA Noire came out on the PlayStation 3.
Shit, yeah.
I feel like the face animation in that game is better than this.
You would be right, because I would agree with that.
And I'm just wondering, like, I realize Cats has been around for a very long time on Broadway, and now that they have a film adaptation, I'm just waiting for this thing to bomb at the box office. Because how much money did they have to spend, not just for the production, but for all these actors?
I know, right? Because you know the sets are all green screen, so like nothing is real on the screen besides the...
Well, they're all green screen? Well, I don't know. I wonder how much of it is going to be practical, because like they're cats, so all the furniture, the armor, like all of that is going to be like much bigger than them. So I'm wondering how much of that is actually practically made and how much it isn't. I wanna wish it was practical, because I think it would look better that way.
Yeah. What the thing I'm curious about too is like, because like say for example the Avengers movies. So when they film Robert Downey Jr. in the Iron Man costume without the helmet, sometimes what they'll just do is just put the little tracking markers on his regular clothes, and then it'll just CG the suit on him.
Right.
Other times, he actually has to wear a actual suit, like an Iron Man suit, but it's only the top half, and then they just CG the rest from the legs down. So I wonder, did they just have to walk around in, like, the bodysuits with the dots on their face? Or did they actually have them in, like, half cat, like, costumes and then the dots on their face?
I kind of think that it's, like, the dot suits.
Okay. Or, like they gave them, like, little, like, Velcroed on tails.
Yeah.
Just to have us, like, something to reference when they're, like, pulling at it and shit. To your guys' point, though, to the whole casting thing and, like, the uncanny valley and, like, how the CG looks bad and everything else, this could still be good. Because I thought that The Great Gatsby, the one that came out with Tobey Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio, I thought that looked like shit in the trailers. Like, when they had the hip-hop mashed up with, like, the 30s, like, shit, I was like, this is not meshing. And I went and seen it, and I was like, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think Gatsby.
Moulin Rouge, same thing. I thought it looked terrible. It was actually not that bad.
It was one of those things where it looked like... Well, obviously they took it from, like, Broadway.
Sure.
But they look like they took the sets from Broadway as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And with Moulin Rouge, I was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Another one I was surprised was Chicago.
Never saw that one, but I heard it's good, though.
I mean, I love Chicago with Catherine Zeta-Jones. Is one of my favorite Broadway to movies.
Sure.
I guess if that's what we're going to call them. Movies.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Broadway to movie adaptation.
There
That's
we go.
what I wanted.
I'll allow it.
Broadway to movie adaptations. Like, that was one of my favorites. And Moulin Rouge is another one. So, Gatsby. Gatsby was a third one. I don't know. I don't think I can get past the whole creepy cats thing. Because anytime I see, like, people dressed in these cat costumes or animal costumes like this, my mind goes to the weird furries from CSI. Yeah. And I know that that's a whole subculture and a lot of people are into furries. And
don't
I'm
shame
not
them.
dissing it. I'm not dissing it.
Them.
I mean, if that's what you're into, cool. Yeah. But it's just something about the bodysuit of fur just kind of wigs me out. And I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it either. I'm there with you guys. I'm not feeling it. But I did not catch... Benwah, did you happen to catch when this is coming out?
Yeah, this is scheduled to release right around Christmas, December 20th. It's going to scare all the kids before Christmas.
Krampus Part 2.
Right. It's like if you're not a good boy this Christmas, it won't be a lump of coal you get, and Santa's going to leave one of them fucking cats in your stocking. like, oh, okay. And you don't get the Taylor Swift one either. No, you get the Idris Elba one. So have fun with that shit. Though it might not be so bad. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Between this film, The Lion King, Sonic, and Aladdin, it seems like 2019 will be the year of the Uncanny Valley. Sleep tight, kids.
Welcome to Benwah's Wabbit Hole. It's where I, Benwah, give you a brief... Hold it. It's been a couple of months here, and normally, if you were going to listen to the Wabbit Hole, you would hear me talk about things I find interesting or newsworthy, or I'd have some kind of list in which I would try to have Mike and Melly Mel figure out what's on the list. But I think we're going to play a little bit of catch up with your boy Benwah this time. And I'm going to be bringing along Mel and Mike with me. Because you guys listening out there might have picked up on this if you listen frequently. We are from Michigan. And we're not too far away from the greatest theme park in the world, the greatest amusement park, Cedar Point. Now, if you happen to live in Michigan, you would realize that, you may not realize this, so I'll let you know right now, because you still would have about a little less than 3 weeks to take advantage of this. If you live in Michigan, there is a special deal that Cedar Point is offering for you up until September 2nd, where you get general admission to the park, free parking, and unlimited fountain drinks for only $40. Yes, that's right, $39.99. And your boy Benwah loves roller coasters, so at some point my ass had to get down there. Especially since I planned on going to Comic-Con and not chaperone my sister there, and that didn't happen either. So yeah, it was fun. Instead of the regular old Wabbit hole, I'm going to tell you about my trip to Cedar Point. Would you guys like to hear that?
Yes.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit louder for the people in the back.
Should we do the Low John, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. That was fucking terrible. Anyway, now I'm lucky because I got family that lives down in Ohio, not too far away from the park. I'm not going to say specifically where because I mean that's my family. I don't want to put their information out there online, or dox them or anything. They live in Toledo anyway.
They live in Toledo.
Right.
Toledo's a big enough city.
Anyway, I was able to get a few days off of work, make a little vacation out of it. And I like, since they live so close, I mean, it's only about 3.5 hours to drive from where I live down there to Cedar Point. Depending on how fast I drive and how traffic is. But I don't like to drive there that early, be in the park all day, then drive home, because that's just a lot, and my old ass can't handle that anymore. I like to hit the park early, because when I was a kid, I went with relative frequency. And it was a bit of a family tradition where we would stop at the McDonald's, like, right on the causeway, to get some breakfast in us before we actually go ride things in the park. Because if you've ever been to a theme park or an amusement park, you know that the food there is hella expensive. Like, everything is.
Yeah. Elephant ear is like $25.
A burger's going to run you $40.
Right. You might have to pawn your car if you want to drink. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm like, we're going to wake up at 7 a.m. No later than 7 a.m. because the park opens at 10, and we're going to need some time to acclimate, make the drive there, get some breakfast in us, because I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever, eaten something and then went on an amusement park ride or a roller coaster, right after you've eaten, it's not a fun time.
Why would you do that?
No.
When we go, we wait as long as possible to eat. We do not eat before we ride.
Well, I think if you do it within a couple hours, you might be okay. Like he said, getting up at 7 and park opens at 9.
He's talking about McDonald's, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you can eat by 7:30,
what happens if you get in the middle of that roller coaster and your stomach starts doing flips?
Oh shit! You need to get the fuck off.
You gonna shit everywhere.
I'm sure it's
Wait,
probably
you gonna
happening.
shit
Or puke.
Well, I mean, it might be like shit because it goes down when it comes up, but
Yeah.
we get in the park, and we get to the park at about 9:30. And that's perfect time because that allows us to, get up to the gates, have them check our bags, because they do have metal detectors there. They will check your bags. They will, run a wand on you if they think you may have something on you. So we get there. We go through all that. We end up inside the park because they actually will let you in the park up before 10 o'clock. They just have, little gates that really prevents you from doing anything until 10. And so there's me... them, and there's I don't know, a good couple hundred other people. Imagine being front row at a concert. That's what it was like there.
Right.
And as soon as 10 o'clock hit, the guards kind of move the gates, and of course teenagers and kids just haul ass. Because you figure if you get there first thing in the morning, that's the best time to hit the big, newest coasters, because odds are you're not really going to have to wait in line at all,
sure.
Maybe, if you're there early enough.
Right.
And so we figure we're not going to run to the back like a lot of people. We're going to work our way from the front and then just all the way around, because that island, for those of you that do not know, the island is over a little over 2 miles long. It goes deep into Lake Erie. And so the first thing we do is hit up the Gatekeeper. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen the Gatekeeper or done the Gatekeeper. It's the first roller coaster that kind of goes over the actual entranceway in the front. That's why they call it the Gatekeeper. So we hop on the Gatekeeper, and we only wait for maybe 2 rides. So not even 5 minutes. We're on that bitch. And I have not done that before. I think that debuted in 2013, and I just never had a chance to get on it. So we did the Gatekeeper, and that was fun. Very fun.
See,
and after that...
when last time I went to Cedar Point, they were still building the Gatekeeper, so I haven't had a chance to ride it yet. But I hear it's fun, though.
I don't even know. Y'all are about to laugh at me, okay? Last time I went to Cedar Point,
It was just called Cedar.
the
There was no
Millennium
point.
Force had just been built.
Whoa. So
And-
Okay,
early
if
2000s?
the Millennium was just spelled...
Millennium
No,
Force.
that would have been
It was
2000.
in 2000, and
It would be
I was
2000.
like 10. 9. I was 9. And I stood in line for that damn thing for 3 hours. Got all the way up to the front, and I couldn't even ride it because it got struck by lightning while we were standing in line.
Damn.
So
Ooh.
that tells
So-
you how long
So
it's
you
been.
ain't been to Cedar Point in almost 20 years.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
So we do the gatekeeper, and then we get off that, and like pretty much next to the gatekeeper is the Wicked Twister. They had a sign up right at the beginning of the queue that says not open till 11, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like now, like they got this. If you've ever been like to the a fair, a county fair, when they got those swings where you just kind of sit on swings, hanging by chains, they got a ride like that there. They call that the Vertigo. Now it's basically a big swing that puts you up 300 feet in the air, like above the beach in Lake Erie, and it is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But that was not open until 11.
That was the one. That's
So
next
we-
to the Wicked Twister, right?
Yep.
That's the one that I rode last time I was there, and I did not like it because it was really windy when we were up there, and like you said, it's like you're like on a swing set that just gets raised into the air. So when the wind blows, you kind of rock a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I don't like this. It's a slow ride. It just goes in a big circle real slow while you're in the air. But if it's a windy day, you get to swaying and shit. And I'm
That
like,
sounds exciting.
And so right there's two rides that like we could easily hop on, but they're not open yet. So we end up doing this thing called the Max Air. It's essentially like a big disc type thing and a pendulum. You just spin and go up and down. That's all it is. It's really cool. We did that. We end up hitting the Magnum. We make our way farther to the back, and we come across the Gemini. Now, if you don't know, the Gemini is an older wooden coaster, but it's actually a dual coaster. You'll have two tracks that go side by side, a red train and a blue train, and the whole gimmick is as if you're racing the other train. And there's often parts of the track where you can just reach your arm out and high-five anybody who's on the opposing train.
Or get your arm ripped off, whatever.
yeah, a little bit of both.
Well, yeah.
They
Or two.
high-five
They say
it,
don't
and
do
they
that,
take your
but
arm.
everybody does that.
And they just keep going.
But for whatever reason, that was not running. However, there was an employee there, like at the beginning of the line, and like 10 people waiting in line for it to open. We could see them running empty trains just to test the coaster. Because they do that on all the coasters. Like at the beginning of the day, they'll run some empty trains, make sure everything's running smooth. Maybe a worker will hop on a train just to, test stuff out. And so we're sitting there for like maybe 5-10 minutes. The sun is blistering. It is hot out. Now, keep in mind, like a week before I went, they were calling for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday thunderstorms. So like for a good week and a half before I went, I was like, oh no, like the only times I'm going to go is going to get closed down, but it did not. We're waiting in line for like maybe 10 minutes. They open it up. Bam. Right away, we're pretty much right on that roller coaster too. So far, like all the rides we've hit, we've boom, 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 boom. And this has not even been like an hour into the park yet. This is all before 11 o'clock. I'm going to end up, I realize this might take a while to explain everything, so I'm going to kind of quicken this up. But basically, we did damn near 20 rides in like 10 hours.
Oh, shit.
That's pretty good. When we went to Six Flags, we waited in line for the Joker for 2 hours. No, 4 hours.
And my cousin ends up getting himself some breadsticks because he's kind of hungry, so we sit for a while, we eat. And then we end up seeing like the water ride, Snake River Falls. Now, Snake River Falls is just like a boat-like raft. All it does is go down, boom, hits the water, everybody gets soaked, and they have a bridge in which if you stand on that bridge after you get off, you get soaked too. Now, we saw that, but they had a sign up, my sister noticed it, that says, will not open till noon. And once again, we're like, what the fuck? Like, come on now. But anyway, right next to that, there's another ride called the Skyhawk. It's basically just like two pendulums, similar to the Max Air, except it's not a circle.
Yeah, and they're swing opposite to
two
each
rows.
other. Yeah.
Yep, they swing opposite. You got
like that.
two tiers, or 2 rows, 10 in the front on each, so 10, 10, and then 10, 10 in the back. So 40 people can
10,
get on
10,
that at one time. And because, yes, 10, 10, 220, 99 cents per minute. And
I wondered if you'd catch that.
so we do that. I may have been gone for 2 months, but I'm still a little sharp. Not dull yet. So we start making our way to the back after that, and we end up seeing Thunder Canyon. Now, Thunder Canyon is just a big circular raft in which you go through like raging rapids, and there are waterfalls, and sometimes you end up getting caught under those waterfalls, and if you do, you're fucking soaked. So we get on that, and there's this like family of like 6 other people and us, and there is this really attractive like woman who's maybe 10 years older.
Did you get her number?
Well, no, because she was married, and that was her family. I'm not going to hit on her right there.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, and it turns out she was the only one that even got wet on that ride. She got caught under all the waterfalls. Nobody else did.
Nice.
I've never in my life been on that ride where I got off it dry. And so I get off of that, and I'm like, well, this kind of sucks. Because it was really hot, and I'm like, I want to get wet and cool off, because I wouldn't mind walking around in wet clothes. And we go and look up, and Snake River Falls is not open. It's still not running. They just don't open it that day.
Oh, I call bullshit on that.
Yeah, that really sucked. Not just that, but as we were making our way to the back to begin with, we saw a woman standing out there with a sign saying that what the hell? The one that goes 120.
I'll say she was like, we'll suck dick for roller coasters. Like, what did the sign say?
No. I'm drawing a blank.
We'll give
here.
blowjobs for elephant
The
ears.
drag racer, the dragster.
Oh yeah, top
the
row dragster.
Yep, they said dragster is not going to open that day. So like, no dragster was not going to open. Snake River Falls did not open. Both Maverick and Steel Vengeance had lines that were just way too long for us to bother waiting.
And the weather wasn't even bad.
And so we end up.
Maybe they had mechanical errors.
It's a very unreliable ride. I'm sure it was mechanical. Maybe it was just too hot, because that thing heats up quite a bit. So like, if it's pushing 90 degrees or above, they might not even run that thing.
See,
and so we end up hitting.
This is why I like to go around like Halloween, because then it's cold and you know that all the rides should be functioning well, except for the water rides.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck around in water.
Hell
right
no.
Hell no.
And at this point, we've gotten on every ride within like maybe 10 minutes. We barely waited for anything. And we only end up waiting like an hour for Millennium Force. They say like an hour-long wait. We're like, yeah, we can wait an hour. So we do the Millennium Force, but when we get up to the front of the queue, there's actually another line. There's a second line when you're at the front, just to end up on the front cart in the train.
Oh, yeah, because everybody wants to sit in the front, so they just, like, pile up at that spot. So if you want to wait for the front, you might be waiting twice as long as you did or should have waited to actually get on.
I'll just jump in.
No, I'm good with the middle of the back. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I'm telling my sister, I'm like, you've never been on the front of anything. We're going to do the front.
Okay.
And so we waited for, like, another 5 to 10 minutes once we were there just to get on the front. And let me tell you, when it comes to the Millennium Force, when you reach the peak, like at the very first drop, you can see Canada. You're that high, and it's a straight view of Canada. And if you have the chance to get on the front, get on the front. It is a much smoother ride. It just feels better. And you get more of a rush from it. Between like 10 a.m. to like 9:30, subtract like a half hour for shopping, 2 hours for rest. So we'll say like, within like maybe 10 hours, 9.5, 10 hours, we were able to do 18 rides, 8 of which were roller coasters. And this was because we went on a Wednesday, middle of the week in August, did not pay for the fast lane. So if there's any lesson anybody here wants to take from this long-winded diatribe of a vacation I had, it's that if you want to go to a theme park, they're going to vary depending on where you go, but like Cedar Point, if you want to go to Cedar Point, either go there in the fall when it's kind of chilly, and when they might be starting the Halloween thing, especially if you're one of those people that really loves autumn. But don't go in June. Don't go in July. Middle of the week, August. Best time in the summer to go. We did not buy a fast lane pass. We still hit damn near every ride that we could that day. And if you live in Michigan and you're listening to this and you want to capitalize on that $40 deal, you have until September 2nd. You can buy your ticket now and just hang on to it until you go, because you don't buy it for that specific day. You have like 2.5 weeks. And I highly recommend, if you got a chance to do it now. and we will be back to your regularly scheduled Wabbit hole next week.
Benwah proceeded to talk about his Cedar Point trip for 28 minutes. We trimmed it down quite a bit. You're welcome.
You know, Rudy Ray Moore had a very storied career, we can say that. The man was a comedian, a musician, a singer, hypothetically. He was an actor, a producer, and he is best known for Dolemite, the uniquely articulate pimp from 1975 film Dolemite.
Oh, this is a real dude?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh,
yeah, no. This ain't a character. This is an actual person. Yes.
Eddie Murphy original kind of thing.
Nope. The persona, he developed it during his early comedy records, and which he was called the Godfather of Rap.
Okay. From
those records, which, I mean, he just kind of just told stories over music. He wasn't really rapping per se.
So he was like,
he did that weird
Afro
thing.
Man.
Kinda. But he did that weird thing like Don King did, where like he would just rhyme random shit together for no apparent reason, like the whole bit I did at the beginning, and he does it in the trailer where he's like, Dolemite's my name and fucking up motherfuckers is my game. Like, he would just rhyme shit just to be rhyming it, and so I guess that's what makes him the Godfather of rap, I guess? I was like...
He used to rhyme, but it was also... He was a big fan of the Dozens. Like, he was a prime example of... Okay, you guys... Mike, you probably know what I mean when I'm saying like the Dozens.
Yeah.
Mel?
No.
When I say the Dozens, think of like Yo Mama jokes as a subsidiary of like the Dozens. It's pretty much just talking shit. He was a prime example of a shit talker that could rhyme while he was doing it. He loved alliteration.
Okay.
Yeah, and he had some super... I mean, even compared to like the Richard Pryors and Red Fox of the day, like super, super raunchy ass, like, jokes. Like, I'm talking about eating cottage cheese out of somebody's ass jokes. Like, some shit that would make us bashful. Like, I mean, like, for real.
Well, I mean, that going to take a little bit, but I got you.
Well, he had...
Like, if you've ever heard any old Red Fox stand-up, like, he took it to another level.
Yeah,
okay.
Like he... Okay, so the name of his first comedy album was Eat Out More Often.
Nice.
And in the trailer, you see him posing for that. That's when he gets naked, and he's, like, over the couch. That was the actual cover to that album,
nice.
Like, in real life. And then he had another album called This Pussy Is Mine, and then he had another one called... like Dick Cheese or some shit. Okay, it wasn't that, but it was basically that's what I said. But that's like the vein of his kind of comedy, and it's fascinating to me because I never would have thought that we would ever get a Dolemite biopic. Like, we've gotten biopics of all kind of celebrities, from Johnny Cash to Elvis and the Beatles and
Freddie Mercury,
Ray Charles. Queen. I don't think we've got a Prince one yet, though. They need
Purple
to work
Rain?
on that. That don't count.
Okay.
That don't count, because that's half of that shit's made up anyway. But anyway, actually, if you think about Bohemian Rhapsody,
most of that's made
and that
up
Elton
too,
John one,
so...
most of this shit's made up anyway. So yeah. But that being said, I would have never thought that we would have got a biopic of a basically like one of the not progenitors, but one of the more well-known blaxploitation actors from the 70s that was very, like, he was not mainstream in any stretch of the imagination. He was very, like, niche and mainly just people who lived in, like, urban cities knew about him and, like, you know, African-American community and shit like that. But I was like, you know what? Rudy Ray Moore deserves some limelight. Like, go ahead and give him some shine. Now, the fact that Eddie Murphy's playing the character, I thought was actually pretty cool. And I was like, you know, I was really surprised that he didn't end up in a fat suit, though. in that he actually put on the weight for the movie, because Eddie Murphy loves him some fat suits.
Yeah,
like,
he really does.
Like between like the Nutty Professor movies and like a couple other ones.
Norbit and
yeah, I'm just like, he just love him some fat suits. Like, all right. So when they
he
show,
probably gets to run around naked in them.
true, but maybe they pulled Avengers Endgame. They put Thor in a fat suit, and that looked like he was just fat. Like, I thought that was him. I was like, damn, Chris Hemsworth just let himself go for it. He was like, I like to become the character, so I just ate like cheesecake every day. But it looks like Eddie just put on the weight. It could be a fat suit though, but it's a convincing one if it's not. My thing is, do you guys think that this will find an audience with people of today? Like, if you didn't grow up watching blaxploitation movies or don't even understand anything about, like, the comedy of that era or anything that was going on, like, pop culture wise, like, would you think that people now would be interested in something like this?
Probably not.
Damn.
No, I think it's interesting.
Which could be why it's going to Netflix and not theaters.
I mean, I think it's interesting, and I grew up watching, like, Eddie Murphy Delirious and Raw, and I've seen a few Richard Pryors myself.
Mm-hmm.
The early comedians, comedy like that, it's not funny nowadays to the most mainstream people.
I think not necessarily it's not funny, but I think that people might be a little bit sensitive to it, which is weird because we feel like we've gone backwards
a little bit.
Like they were saying all this raunchy ass shit back in the 70s, and now it's like, oh, you can't say stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, now there's certain things like you can't call people like homosexuals the F word.
Yeah.
And you can't, so there's certain jokes you can't make because it's funny that you brought up Eddie Murphy's Delirious and Raw. Mm-hmm. He uses the term.
Oh, I know.
Like, so much throughout that.
I know.
He calls somebody the F word like every 10 minutes.
I know.
So,
and I wasn't allowed technically to watch them when I was growing up. So I'd like watch them on the DL, and I'd watch them like late at night, or I'd, catch them when nobody was home.
Sure.
And then I went back and watched them, and I was like, whoo, you can't say that.
No, hell no.
There's a lot of stuff that him and Richard Pryor both would be like, oh, yeah, you can't say that. Like, I
jokes like that.
caught a clip of Richard Pryor once, and he was talking about how he
set himself on fire when he was smoking crack?
No, about something about smacking a wife and
beating up his wife,
and I was like, oh
no. Well, like, okay, one of Richard Pryor's like funniest jokes to me is this is like after, because he really did fall asleep smoking crack and set himself on fire. That's not even a joke.
No, that's
happened.
Real life.
But no, he made a joke where he lit a match and he did like this, like across his face. And he was like, "What's that?" He was like, "Richard Pryor running down the street." I was like, "Damn!" I was like, and it's such a simple joke, but I still find that one really funny. All that being said, Benwah, do you think that this will reach an audience of people who aren't familiar with blaxploitation movies, or do you think they're just going to skip this altogether?
It's not going to reach them. Now, having said that, because it is Eddie Murphy, and it's going to be on Netflix at some point, anybody who's familiar with Eddie Murphy or at least knows his name may watch it just purely out of curiosity. But is this going to reach like a mainstream audience? No. Hell no.
Do you think?
And this is not to cater to a mainstream audience.
No, not at all.
So that's not.
This is definitely a love letter to people who like this kind of shit. Though, do you think though it'll have the same like cultural appeal as what was that movie with Michael J. White where he basically was playing Dolemite? Black Dynamite. Thank you. I was like, do you think it'll catch on like that caught on?
Do I think it'll be a cult classic? No. Okay. But then again, I mean, we're in the time now where they're going to reboot Shaft again. We just had Quentin Tarantino with his like ode to the 50s and 60s with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Nostalgia is in full swing, and this almost falls under the same category as Hollywood needs to be original, but it's not the same as in this stuff was cultish back in the day. This was a blaxploitation film meant for the urban black community. This was not a mainstream thing that they're trying to capitalize on for a quick buck. I think this is Eddie Murphy trying to once again be funny. by going back to
like
his roots.
actually funny,
and
not like
actually
Haunted
funny.
Mansion Eddie Murphy funny.
Yeah.
Well, let's be real. Eddie Murphy, okay, there's a lot of people out there that like really like The Nutty Professor. But let's be real. The last movie, in my opinion, that I can recall that I think Eddie Murphy was actually okay in was like maybe Boomerang.
Oh, yeah.
Like early 90s.
I would say Beverly Hills
Oh,
Cop.
I take that back. What year did Life come out where it was him and Martin Lawrence?
Him and Martin Lawrence. That would have been like late 90s, early 2000s.
That one wasn't bad.
Life.
That might have been
I'll
an
be the
exception,
Pappy's
though.
daddy.
That might have... Or Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights was...
Yeah, but Harlem Nights was before Life, though.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, Eddie Murphy, by the time the 90s came around, he was nowhere near as big of a draw, or, in my opinion, as good as he was in the 80s. And I don't mean Beverly Hills Cop 80s. I mean, like, 1982, 1983... Like, he was 19-year-old Saturday Night Live.
I would
Eddie
argue
Murphy.
that he was probably a bigger draw
Like, I think...
later in his career. He just... people weren't going to see him because he was the Eddie Murphy that we remember from the 80s. They were going to, like, the diluted, watered-down, family-friendly Eddie Murphy movies. Because the Haunted Mansion and all that shit made money.
Speaking of Eddie Murphy.
But they weren't funny.
You know that they're making
I'm
Coming
not
to America
trying to knock him.
Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast.
No, like they got the guy that played McDowell and
yeah,
everything.
we
They
talked
released...
about it on the podcast, yeah.
I remember talking about it on a podcast.
Yeah.
On the podcast. Not like I do
Yeah, this was months ago.
Yeah,
but
I remember. But I got a notification yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and they've started production on it.
This is what I was thinking, too. I think that this was like a passion project for Eddie, this movie, the Dolemite movie.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I don't know, maybe during the filming of this, they convinced him, like, maybe you should make it Coming to America, too. Or maybe this reinvigorated him to, like Ben said, be funny again. I don't know. We'll see. Though,
I think Eddie Murphy was his best when he was I don't give a fuck Eddie Murphy.
yeah. No, and to your point about when he was last funny, the last time I thought he was genuinely, like, funny, because I did like the first Nutty Professor. The first one was pretty good. The sequels were horrible
It's okay.
shit. But the last thing that I thought that he was really, like, true to form Eddie Murphy was Vampire in Brooklyn. That one
Yes.
was the
with
last
Angela
one,
Bassett, too.
where I was like, okay, that's the Eddie Murphy I remember. Everything after that, though, besides Life was kind of like a random one. And he was in Tower Heist. He
I
was
didn't
actually
like
kind of
that
funny
movie.
in that. I didn't like the movie, but I liked him in it. I was like, wow, he actually made me laugh, finally. Like, holy shit, I forgot what it was like to laugh at Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I didn't like that movie, and I didn't like Haunted Mansion.
Hell no.
I'm trying to think, like...
Imagine that. Do you remember that one? Where his daughter had, like, imaginary friends that were, like, giving her advice on the stock market, and it was helping him with his job.
Oh, yeah.
And he had to, like, do imaginary
I like
shit
that
with her.
one.
Yeah.
And
That
I like
one's
Trading
not good,
Places, and I
though.
liked...
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves Trading
But that was 83, though.
Yeah, like,
that was like prime
I
Eddie.
can't think of anything 90s Eddie Murphy that I enjoyed.
Nah, it ain't worth it. But one thing I did want to say about this before we jumped off it, I feel, personally, this is just me, but I feel that this is, do I want to say it this way? Yeah, fuck it. This is our new Black Panther. I fucking said it.
Wow.
All right, I'm saying it right here, right now. Kids, this is your new Black Panther.
That's some big, bald words there, Mike.
Now, not in the aspect of little kids are going to dress up like him for Halloween and you're going to see people dressed like Dolemite at Comic-Con, though. You may.
You might.
You may. That's not why I say this. I say this because all the black people that Disney didn't buy to put in Black Panther and the Lion King
Are in this.
ended up in this movie. These motherfuckers, they got T.I. in this movie, which I didn't even recognize until I saw the cast list, and I went back and watched the trailer again. I was like, oh shit, he's that manager dude that's like, yeah, the actors that we hire, you a bit more fluffier than them or whatever, or what does he say?
Yeah, something like that.
Pillowy or some shit like that? Doughy. That's T.I. that says that. Chris Rock is in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mike
Epps.
Mike Epps is in this shit. They got the dude who sings Pinot Noir from fucking Kimmy Schmidt in this. Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, where'd they dig up his ass?
Look, he was like, well, I guess if I ain't doing that new Blade movie, I guess I'm gonna do this instead.
I got out of prison for this.
Right. Shit, he gotta pay off the IRS. Shit, he gotta do something. Who else? They got Keegan Michael Key in this.
Mike Epps.
Yeah, we said Mike Epps.
Craig Robinson.
Craig
man.
Robinson, yes, Craig. I was like the dude from Hot Tub Time Machine in The Office. What's his name? Craig Robinson. Like they got. I'm not even bullshitting. Every black person that wasn't in The Lion King and or Black Panther is in this movie.
Yep.
And they were just like, hey man, we got to get it where we can get it, man.
Oh, yeah, and Snoop. You
Yeah,
can't
they
have
thought
Snoop
they
not-
had Snoop in there.
Dogg. Yeah, they fucking pulled the joint out of his mouth for 10 seconds to get him to come shoot a scene for the movie and shit. I was like, damn.
And
Even though he was probably getting high in between takes.
Probably so.
It was like, Snoop, put it out. Action. We're rolling. Huh?
but just put it down, man. Put it down.
You can hold it below camera. Just don't let the smoke get in your face. Like, okay. But everything about it looks funny. And I'm like, this is right up my alley, so I'm all for it.
I'm actually for it too. When I first started watching the trailer for like the first 6 seconds, I was like, "What the hell is this shit?"
Yeah, no.
And then I watched the trailer, and I was like, "Okay, I can get behind this."
I was in it no matter what because I like Rudy Ray Moore, but it wasn't until he does the fucking up motherfuckers is my game part where I was like, I'm sold. Okay, now because I was like, all I see is Eddie Murphy, but once he finally did that, I was like, okay, I can accept him as the
You're right.
character now. I'm not looking at Eddie Murphy doing a bit.
Right.
But yeah, it's coming out to Netflix. I believe it's coming out in the fall. I didn't catch if there was a set release date. All I know is fall of 2019. So
Let's
It's
keep an
actually
eye
going to be
out.
making its debut next month at the Toronto International Film Festival. Now, because this is
nice.
a Netflix production, it will be on Netflix at some point. Whether or not they're going to let it muster for a little bit until after the film festival, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, because what's the point of debuting at a film festival if it's going to be up for everybody to be able to watch as well?
exactly.
So, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see this until October on Netflix.
Probably, yeah, because they're not going to give it a wide release in theaters. They'll have like select theaters
Limited,
that'll show it,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
and then it'll come out on Netflix. But yeah, no, super excited for it. I can't wait to see Dolemite do some karate and fuck some bitches.
Sounds good to me.
All right, moving on.
I'm the one that killed Monday, what Tuesday, and put Wednesday in the hospital. Called up Thursday to tell Friday not to bury Saturday on Sunday.
Let me show you something.
I want to say thank you. I want to give a thank you to Ninja and Twitch because I want to thank them for continuing to make the news each week to give me some easy clickbait titles. So anything that I can put Ninja in or use him in a thumbnail in any kind of way, I am appreciative. I'm sorry that you got some bullshitty drama going on between you and Twitch, but this is always a happy day for me because
I'll say
I'm
it's
like,
good for our ratings.
yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, hey, like this might be fucking up your image, but it's helping me out. So thank you, Ninja and Twitch. But I'm gonna give you guys the info dump on this, so you have context to what happened, and then we'll kind of dissect it here. So I'm getting this from Kotaku, which is where I get the majority of our video game stories. But they said that Tyler Ninja Blevins, and that is his name, Tyler Blevins, how he became Ninja, how people even allow him to use that name. I'm like, I'm sure somebody somewhere has had the gamer tag Ninja before this motherfucker, but whatever. Anyway, Tyler Ninja Blevins, who recently left his 14 million follower Twitch account behind to go and stream on a rival platform, Mixer, has issued a statement labeled "disgusted and so sorry." Today, after the now dormant account, which he no longer operates, was promoting streams from other users, including one broadcasting pornography. Ninja obviously has no control over that Twitch landing page now since he's left the service for good, and is dismayed in the video below that the page is showcasing other streamers' content. Now they have like a link to his Twitter, and he like put up a video apologizing about it, his fans, anybody that had to see that was going to his channel. And he does make the point in his video that not everybody has got the news that he's left Twitch. Like, yeah, sure, people who follow him or follow gaming news might have heard about it, but just casual people who occasionally go to his channel to watch him stream may not necessarily know that he's not there no more, and to see porn on his landing page would maybe be upsetting to some people. It said, while stating that his split from Twitch had to this point been handled professionally, he says the promotion of a porn stream to a still sizable audience, not everyone will have gotten the news that he's moved on platforms, is crossing the quote line. leading Ninja to begin attempts to get his entire page taken down, or at least not to promote other streamers or other channels on his page. We got an update from same day the story came out. The CEO of Twitch, Emmett Shear, he tweeted, I want to apologize directly to @Ninja that this happened. He said, it wasn't our intent, but it should not have happened. No excuses. Shear said the company had been experimenting with how recommended content was displayed across Twitch when the pornographic stream appeared on Blevins' page. Shear added that the account behind the stream has been permanently banned and that the channel recommendations have been suspended while we investigate how this content came to be promoted. So, TLDR, Ninja left Twitch. Instead of his account just being disabled, they have a thing up there that says, why are you making a face?
TODR?
TLDR, too long, didn't read.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, or I guess it would be TODS, too long, or TODO, too long, didn't listen.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, Ninja left Twitch. His landing page for all other Twitch accounts, actually, it just says that the account's no longer available or whatever. But they actually put up a thing saying, oh, Ninja's not here, but you can go check out these other channels of streamers. And the algorithm just populates whatever's like highest being viewed at that moment. Mm-hmm. So it's not like they pick certain channels to get you to go watch. They're just like, hey, this is what people are watching at the moment. Go check them out. Well, from what I understand, it was a concerted effort by Twitch users to all go to this channel that they knew was streaming porn. So the more people that got on it, the higher it raised up on the recommended list. So that's how it got on his page. And it was the first channel that was recommended off of his landing page. Yeah, I know. I was going to say, thanks. Good job.
Golf clap. That's great.
So Ninja's kind of mad at Twitch, but I feel like Twitch is kind of to blame, but not really their fault. Because it wasn't something that they could control by, people do shit like this. Like, anytime there's anything that it's publicly available to participate in, the internet will find a way to fuck it up. I mean, when they gave a public option to decide where to send Justin Bieber to, like, he would go to a certain town and do a show there, and people got to vote and do a poll on it on the internet, and they, like, tried to put him in some third world country in the middle of the desert, some shit somewhere. There was another one where Pitbull, the rapper, he was going to do a thing, and they ended up sending him to a Walmart in Alaska, and he actually went. He did it because he was just like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." Like, whatever. I'm Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, I'll do it. So anytime anything you give the internet public access to something, and you're just like, hey, whatever you guys want, that's what we'll do. They will find a way to make it some fucked up shit. So they all went to a porn channel and got that pushed up to number 1. But I will say Twitch is to blame because, for one, they don't do this with other channels. When your channel is just deactivated, it's just deactivated.
Right.
With some kind of message telling you that it's not an active account anymore. So they shouldn't have done this. And if they were going to test this out, they shouldn't have tested it out on the biggest channel on their platform. Like, that was kind of a dumb move. But I want to put on some tinfoil hats here real quick, okay? It's time to get into conspiracy theory mode, all right?
Okay.
All right, so hear me out, okay? What if, just, speculating here, but what if maybe Twitch is doing this shit low-key to try and tarnish Ninja's image since he left the platform for one of their competitors, knowing that it would hurt them in their image some, but they'd be willing to take the hit to hurt Ninja in some way because Twitch is going to be fine. That's
some petty bullshit that makes sense.
I know, don't it?
But that is some petty bullshit. That's like, I'm going to key your car because you cheated on me kind of shit.
Because think of it like a relationship. This is exactly how I came up with that whole conspiracy theory. Think of it like a relationship. You and your girl have been together. Y'all a power couple in the neighborhood. Everybody knows that y'all together. Y'all are the yin to each other's yang. You make each other stronger. Now, the husband want a divorce. Okay, it's an amicable divorce. That's fine. But now, he done moved in with the neighbor. Like, not another bitch in town, but the literal next door neighbor, your direct competitor on your block. So now, what you do is you go and, I don't know, maybe you put some dick pics he sent you up on Facebook by accident or something.
I walk away because obviously he's not worth my time.
No, fuck that. You gotta get revenge.
Fuck that.
Revenge.
Fuck that.
REVENGE.
Revenge. Fuck revenge. Okay? Be the bigger person and move the fuck on.
They gonna move on with revenge in their heart that they've acted out on.
Oh my
you.
God.
I don't buy that.
First bullies, and then the bitch that took your boyfriend. Man, no, you're better than that.
I don't
We need
buy
to
that
tell these
at
women that they are better than that.
So okay.
And so it's a 2-on-1 assault here because we got Mike is a dude, Ben is a dude, and
you
Ben,
got boobs.
Ben sometimes agrees with me, and Mike sometimes agrees with me, and this is just not cool.
Agree
you
with her.
sometimes agree with me.
I missed that last part. I want to know what I do sometimes because I wasn't around here.
So
you sometimes agree with me.
I don't buy that idea at all.
Conspiracy theory?
Yeah, not at all.
Okay, so what do you think? Then it was just an honest mistake, and they just.
I think it was an honest mistake. I think it was Twitch trying to capitalize on the fact that many people may not realize Ninja's left the platform, so they want to be able to guide those viewers to somewhere else, as opposed to them leaving to go to Mixer as soon as they realized Ninja was gone. Because why would they want anybody to know that Ninja, their biggest source of revenue, left them? Why would they want to bring more attention to that?
Well, not necessarily trying to bring attention to it, because, I mean, there's no way you can hide it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people go to the page, it's down. If they, look up anything newsworthy about him, they'll know he's gone. The reason that I think that, okay, if it wasn't malicious and done on purpose, I feel like it was just a really, really bad decision on their part, because you could have achieved the same thing and just said, hey, why don't you go check out these other top streamers and just put links to their pages. You didn't have to actually make an algorithm to show what's being currently watched right now and then put it on the page. You could have just went whoever was number 2 behind Ninja and just go down the list from there and just say, like, hey, these are our other top streamers, go check them out.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, the fact
I agree
that they did it
that.
this way was like asking for trouble.
I agree with it. They could have just done it simply and like have it cue the top 10 people next to Ninja and have them recommend those others. But I could also see it being a matter of just the internet community, or I guess the Twitch community as a whole. Somebody may have found out Twitch was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how this ended up happening. That's why so many views were looking at porn. One, it's porn. There's going to be so many people going, what the fuck is porn doing on Twitch? And then just find out, and then boom. And that would cause enough people to watch it, and the algorithm would pick that up. It could have been just pure coincidence, or it could have been somebody on the inside, or somebody with some knowledge knowing they're working on this new algorithm, and so they wanted to fuck with Twitch. Not necessarily because they had anything against Twitch. It may not have been malicious. But this is still funny. And the internet loves funny.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm more inclined to think Twitch made a mistake and people in the community capitalized. Well, I won't say Twitch made a mistake. Twitch tried something different and the internet community capitalized on it more than them trying to knock Ninja.
Yeah. Fair enough. I just wanted to put on my tinfoil hat because I want to let me believe in my heart of hearts that Twitch is just like a vindictive ex-girlfriend who will slash your tires and burn up all your clothes and tell everybody how little your dick was once y'all break up. Like, I just want to believe that that's what Twitch is.
Well,
Mike,
honestly, I'm thinking this is a good thing.
I will give you a hug. It's okay. That girl that hurt you,
right.
She ain't hurting you no more. It's okay.
I'm thinking this is all a good thing that Ninja left for Mixer. I mean, Microsoft is made a big move in the market of gaming, streaming gaming.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that Amazon, who owns Twitch, now steps their game up.
Yeah. Well, competition in any market is always a good thing for the end consumer. I just don't. I've not even been to the Mixer platform, but I just don't know if them just dumping money into it is going to make it better. You know what I mean? Like, we signed the biggest streamer in the world, so now you got to come over here. It's like, not necessarily.
It may not, but if memory serves me right, within that first day on Mixer that Ninja went live, he gained 1.4 million followers.
That sounds about right. And I know that after it was announced he was going to Mixer, Mixer was the number one free app that was downloaded from the Apple Store. So, I mean, it immediately got them new subs and stuff. And when we talked about this last week, I said, like, hey, any aspiring streamers want to start streaming, get on Mixer now because they got a new audience that's coming over there in droves. And this is a good way to get discovered. You can ride the wake of his waves and you know, hey, a rising, tide raises all ships or whatever. So, yeah.
Well, not just that, but I mean, Mixer's been around for a few years now. Hell, I thought about going there myself and checking it out. So if you're somebody who's relatively small already on the platform, you got a lot more people coming in. So step your game up.
Yeah, no, this would definitely be the time to like try and jump on it if you're thinking about it. But yeah, so sorry, Ninja, your wholesome family image has been destroyed. Even though you have been caught making racial slurs and saying some foul shit in some streams, but we're gonna just act like that didn't happen. Porn, that's what's gonna ruin your career. Anyway, moving on.
I am a bit confused. So it's fine to play and show games that depict violence and murder. But if some cartoon tits are on the screen, that's not cool. Granted, these were real tits, but what's the difference? Get over it.
They're coming out with a Little Monsters movie.
I got so excited when I Googled it.
Yep, but not the Fred Savage and Howie Mandel Little Monsters.
I know.
Tear.
I got so excited because that's what was the first thing that popped up on YouTube. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen this movie in forever. And then I was like, wait, this is old. And I started looking for it. Yeah.
No, if they're going to remake any like monster kid movie buddy cop thing, they need to remake One Eye, One Horn Flying Purple People Eater. If they're going to remake anything, I would be down for that. But the song has to be in the movie or I'm out. Anyway, no, this movie has Lupita Nyong'o and Josh Gad and another actor I've never seen before. And the entire time I was watching this trailer, do you know what I kept saying to myself over and over again?
Please punch Josh in the face?
Nope.
Oh. That's what I was saying.
Nope. Do you want to guess, Benwah, what I kept having to remind myself of the whole time I was watching this?
Probably that Lupita seems to be getting typecast in horror films.
Close. The whole time I kept saying to myself, this isn't a trailer for us. This isn't a trailer for us. This isn't a trailer for us. Because I swear to God, like, even down to her being, like, soaked in blood in the trailer, and I was like, this literally looks like a trailer for us. Like, if you took the little kids out of it and the white people, well, there was white people in us, but still, for the most part, it wasn't. If you, like, kind of tweak it a little bit, I would have like, this is a trailer for us. I would have totally bought it. Like,
looks
oh,
like
this is
it's
the lead
got
scene.
Like it's brighter. Us was kind of pretty shot pretty dark.
Yeah, it was dark. A lot of it. Most of it's at night.
Well, I mean, it was supposed to be, but
yeah. Why? Because there's black people in it. What the fuck is you trying to say? Is that why it's dark? No, I'm fucking with you. But no, I know the mood. It was a horror movie. Yada yada yada. This is
like a zombie comedy.
Yes, this is not the Little Monsters with Fred Savage. This is not Us, the Jordan Peele movie. This is. It reminds me more of, say, Zombieland or Shaun of the Dead. Like, I really like dark comedies set in some, like, post-apocalyptic horror type. So, like, you know, Zombieland, Shaun of the Dead, movies like that. I like that kind of shit. Like, where it's has horror elements.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, stuff like that. But it's still funny. Like, I like that kind of comedy. Like, there's a scene in this.
But you didn't like Evil Dead.
You didn't like Evil Dead either, though.
I don't like them other movies that you labeled off, except for
you fucking
From Dusk Till Dawn. That's the only one that I like.
When they throw the records at the Zombie and Shaun of the Dead, and then they put out the '89 Batman Prince album, they're like, no, keep that one. Like, come on, you didn't appreciate that joke? Oh, okay.
Well, okay,
anyway.
I appreciate that joke, but I didn't like that movie.
Okay, fair enough. I actually, because you rolled your eyes when I said who was in this Josh Gad. I don't like Josh Gad either, but he actually was funny in this trailer.
No, like, I was sitting there, and the first scene that I seen him in, I'm like, oh my God. And then through the whole
No, it was
trailer,
so good, because he's like a puppeteer. He's like, hey, kids, it's me. And I was
through
like,
that whole trailer, I'm like, for the love of God, please punch him. And then Lupita Nyong'o turned around and
the shit out of him.
just decks him with the right hand, and I'm like, yes.
Okay,
That was my excitement for that.
No, the moment where I was like, okay, maybe I was wrong about Josh Gad. He's actually kind of funny. Was when they do this little setup of them being at the little, I guess, a farm or some kind of park or some shit, field trip, and then the zombies come out, and then they all run to the thing, and they're like, help us, we have children out here. And he's like, oh my god, I don't give a shit. I was like, okay, that was actually funny. I was like, good job, Josh Gad. And then the best part of the whole trailer, where he picks up the zombie kid and bites him, he's like, oh, how do you like it? He's like, oh god, what have I done? He's like pulling it out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
No.
What about you, Benwah? Do you also hate Josh Gad?
No. I don't hate him.
So
I don't like him.
Talking like indifferent?
He's just another actor to me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll say Ben's not a big movie guy, so
he's like, oh, whatever.
He doesn't judge and compare. Like, where I sit back for the video game spiels, he sits back for the movie spiels, where he's just like, whatever.
I know he was in Frozen. He's a snowman.
Yeah, I like him as Olaf.
I never watched Frozen, but I know he's in it.
Yeah, he's the snowman named Olaf.
Yeah, okay.
I did not like him in Beauty and the Beast. I did not like him in...
Oh, yeah, he wasn't that. Oh, there's a rumor that he's going to be Penguin in the Batman movie.
Yeah, I did see fan art of that, and I was down for that.
See, I was going to say, look, at this
it's
point, if we got...
humor. It's the stupid humor shit that he does.
Yeah.
So, like, who is it that does stupid humor really bad in other movies really well?
Jenny McCarthy?
No.
Or no, Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
No, because her...
Okay, she's somebody I don't like in movies.
Yeah, I don't like her at all.
I like her in her stupid humor shit, but I don't like her in...
I liked her better when she was on Gilmore Girls.
Not a big fan of Rebel Wilson either.
Yeah,
she's another one that has the same shtick. Like,
it's like, oh, I'm fat and I'm clumsy. Like, haha, that was funny for the first 20 minutes of the movie. What else you got? That's right. We just keep doing that.
Also, who else do I not like in that role? I'd say comedian, but she's not funny. Amy Schumer.
Oh, I don't like Amy Schumer at all. Either. Like, I don't...
Okay.
I Feel Pretty was about the only one.
Hear me out, okay? I know. Before I even say it, I know. But hear me out. I cannot stand her comedy at all, but I want to hate fuck her so bad, you wouldn't even understand. I know
who this is.
Amy Schumer's thick ass.
Oh.
Fuck, Amy Schumer!
That's not who I was thinking. About?
I would tear her ass the fuck up.
Is that a thing,
because she's sassy, and she got that like white girl thickness, and I was like, okay, got a little ass on her, little titties. I would tear that shit up. Just putting that out there. Just saying.
Okay.
But who did you think I was gonna say, Ben?
Like Isla Slendling.
Oh, Isla Fisher. Hell yeah.
No. Eliza. Give me a second here to get her name.
What was she in?
No, she's just a female stand-up. She recently had a thing on Netflix called, like, Elder Millennial.
Oh.
I don't know who that is.
I know who that is.
Oh, man. What?
Really?
When you talk about, like, Amy Schumer, all I think about is, like, yo, your mouth is too small for your face.
How do you spell her name?
Give me a second here to look it up.
No, this is who I thought he was talking about. Her, Isla Fisher. That's what I thought he was talking about.
No, Isla Fisher is
and I was like,
smoking.
I would tear that ass up. I was like, she is like a real life Mary Jane Watson. I was like, I'll be all over this shit.
No,
her middle name is Lang.
It's Eliza. Yeah, Schlesinger.
Anyway, either way, not her. the whole point is, no, I don't like Josh Gad, but I thought that he was funny in this. I'm glad to see Lupita being in more stuff. I don't necessarily want her to be typecasted in all these zombie horror slasher something or other movies.
I'm not a big fan of zombie
movies. She's a kick-ass like female heroine though, because just like in Us, she will take a sharp object and go fuck your ass up with that shit. So
it's true.
I'm like, hey, I'm down for that. I do want to say this though. We have to stop. I thought that we would burn out of the zombie craze about 5 years ago.
I'm so tired of zombies. Oh my God.
I love zombies. I love zombie movies. But I feel like
I'll pass.
we've been oversaturated between The Walking Dead and The Walking Dead spinoff shows, and then the movies, and then the horror comedies and everything else. I'm like, I feel like we need a good 5-6 year hiatus from zombies, like in every medium. No books, no movies, no games.
I would say
nothing.
vampires too.
Vampires. I've been over vampires since like Dracula 2000. Like I've been over vampires for years now.
I would say like vampires are heavily.
Bram Stoker's Dracula is the last good vampire movie I saw.
I would say we were sitting and we were looking on Netflix. And me and the studio audience, we binge watch on Netflix now. That's kind of our thing.
Nice.
We wait till T-Money comes home. He doesn't get out of work till 2-3 o'clock in the morning. On the nights where I don't have to work, we sit and we binge like Netflix. Kind of our thing. And we were looking, and everything we come across was like high school drama, zombies, vampires. And that was it. And I'm like, can we just please, for the love of God, pick something else? Because I'm done.
I want to tell y'all a secret, and this is for the listeners out there in the internet world too. I want to tell you a secret. 99% of the shit on Netflix is nobody's talking about it because 99% of the shit on Netflix is bullshit. Especially once like other studios and companies and stuff started making their own streaming services and pulling their stuff off of Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix is full of bullshit. It's like what Netflix was back when you ordered movies in the mail, and that's what Netflix used to be.
I remember
they would send
that.
them to you, and then you send
I
them back,
remember that,
and then you could order more,
like the Red Box,
exactly,
or the GameFly.
Exactly like GameFly. That's literally what Netflix was. Then they evolved into what we know as now, which I think they still do. You can get movies mailed to you. Shit, I don't know why you would,
right.
But it's
That's
like
buying CDs. Nobody buys CDs anymore.
Right? It's like, well, even if you do like physical stuff, it's like, well, if it's already right there on the TV, why would you wait a week or whatever for it to come in the mail? Like, just watch it. Anyway, I think we've been oversaturated with zombie movies. This is like, I want to see this, Zombieland 2. And the one with Bill Murray, there's one coming out. It's not Zombieland. It's something else. Bill Murray, the guy who plays Kylo Ren in the Star Wars movies, is in it. I can't think of what it's called.
Yeah, they're like blue collar sanitation.
Yeah, they're like some sheriffs or some shit. Yeah.
Oh, the cops. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
trailer
and
for
that one looks like that's going to be kind of funny. But other than that, those 3, and then I'm done. Oh wait, 4, because even though he is so hit or miss for me, Zack Snyder is making a Army of the Dead movie, so I do kind of want to see that. But
fair enough.
Other than that, though,
see, I never saw Zombieland, the first one.
I
don't intend on seeing the second one.
It's actually a good movie.
This I will probably see just on off chance.
Do it for state. No, do it for the podcast.
Maybe that's my motivation for most things. But
what are your feelings on this, Ben? Like, would you watch this?
I might watch it simply for the fact that the comedy is going to revolve around children. Like, if it was just another bunch of adults making wisecracks, no, I wouldn't. But once again, like, it's become a trope again. Like, Hollywood's obviously this is probably going to be a creative venture, but the whole idea of zombies, vampires, undead, it's overplayed. It's passé, man. Like, I'm sick of this shit. And I am kind of biased because this actually came out, was released at the beginning of the year. It was at the Sundance Film Festival. It currently has like over a 90% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's part of the reason why I will see this.
Oh, wow. That's good then.
Yeah.
Especially for an indie film, too. I'm like 90% of Rotten Tomatoes. That's really fucking good. Well, see,
but just generally speaking, if it wasn't for the fact that there was not like kids in this and that it didn't have such a high rating from critics, I would not give it a second thought.
Fair enough. So, like, the kids is enough of a twist on it for you to make you go, like, okay, like, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Did we catch the release date on this one?
It's going to be released on November 15th. Now, whether or not it's going to be, like, released to rent or to see at actual theaters, I don't know. But apparently it is distributed by Neon and Hulu. So I'm guessing if you have an account with one of those two, you'll be able to watch it on that date.
Yeah, it'll be on Hulu, sure enough. All right, moving on.
I too was hoping for a remake, or even better, a sequel to the original Little Monsters. It could be a buddy cop movie. And we could bring back Fred Savage and Howie Mandel. I'm sure he's sick of judging talent shows by now.
It's that time again for America's #1 show, Dumb Shit of the Week. That's right, Dumb Shit of the Week is the show where DJ Melly Mel finds dumb shit and we talk about it. Want your submission on the show? Find us on Twitter at GiantLeap4Geek, so you can email us at officialoglfg@gmail.com. Now here's your host, DJ Melly Mel.
Thank you. Alrighty. Well, dumb shit has certainly covered a wide range of topics.
Has it though? Has it though?
Not really.
A
lot of
vagina. Putting shit in your pussy and your ass a lot.
We've had a lot of vagina insertion things and
putting something in some kind of orifice, either condoms in your nose, glue on your dick. What else?
That's not an insertion.
Garlic in your pussy.
Yep, garlic, honey beehives, popsicles.
We talked about butt plugs. I'm sure at some point.
Yep, we did.
Yeah,
we mentioned giant
a lot of
Aquaman blood
penetration.
plugs.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I mean, you're better off doing this just in your spare time anyway, because you're not going to make a lot of money doing it. Just ask me a Khalifa, you know?
Yeah, I actually saw that. I got that reference.
Anyway,
to sidebar, Mia Khalifa did an interview with somebody, and in the, I guess, less than a year that she was in porn, she did a lot of porn in like a year and became really famous.
She was
in
only
1
in the
year.
business for like 4 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say. But yeah, she only got paid $12,000 during that whole time she was doing porn.
she got fucked.
Yeah, I know,
and not in a
literally.
good way.
In every way you could mean that, yes, she did. But
I know people that do cams that make more than that.
I know. I was like, man, you should have just been a fucking cam girl. You could have made that like in a night,
right?
You can just pay me that money not to fuck. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I know that we've had some clothing choices on dumb shit,
We have, yes.
and that's where we're back to this week.
Okay.
So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I now present you the generation who had.
I was gonna
The
let
generation
that go, but
who
yeah.
has access to men's short sleeve, turn down collar, press button crotch bodysuits.
That is a fucking mouthful.
Okay.
So just to condense that, it's basically
a button down polo with the two buttons.
Mhm.
And it is a full bodysuit that snaps in the crotch.
No. So okay, a better way to describe it. It is
A grown man's onesie.
yes, it's the onesies that you put on babies that snaps in the crotch, but it has a polo collar on it.
Yeah.
And it's lingerie. Apparently.
Yeah. Well, I think because they figure that women wear shit like this.
To be sexy?
Yeah.
Man, white people come
Not-
up with the weirdest shit.
Not myself,
I was gonna
because
say, I'm like,
I
yeah.
don't
So, there's some
believe
real
in
weird white people
bodysuits.
shit.
But I do know several women, and they wear. It basically looks like a tank top with the wide straps, like a wife beater tank top.
They wear the
And
bathing
it-
suit from the Baywatch TV show?
Yeah, something like that, and it snaps in the crotch.
Only thing that was sexy on Baywatch is they all had fake tits and ran in slow motion. That's
Well,
what made that
the way
cool.
that it's cut, it shapes underneath your tits, and so basically it pushes them up. And
Yeah, but you're covering more skin though. It's like
you wear it under dresses and shit.
So
You don't
so it's
wear it
basically
by
like a
itself.
breastplate?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like a breastplate, right? It's
No.
armor. No, but for the men it's lingerie, but that wouldn't be lingerie for women, though, right?
It falls in the lingerie category.
Does it though?
Yeah.
Because I just feel like you just are one of them weird people who like to have your diapers changed and be treated like a baby.
Don't
when
be
you're
showing
40.
me them ankles. Yeah,
Like,
no, weird shit.
anti-lingerie. That's like something you'd wear to Renfest.
I know, right?
Um,
Renaissance Festival, yeah.
I'm looking at this on Amazon. So,
I think we finally found something that's worse than men rompers.
Yeah, this is definitely worse than the men rompers.
I didn't think we could
I
do
assume
it,
that it's there in theory, so that men don't have to continually tuck in their shirts every day or all the time.
First off,
But
if you tuck in polo shirts, you're an asshole. I'm going to say that right now. We had a whole fashion episode, and I gave fashion tips and stuff. I'm going to tell you right now. If you tuck in your polo shirt, you're an asshole. You might think you look cool.
Shirt, you're probably an asshole.
Yeah, well, I wear a lot of polo
I'm
shirts.
gonna say,
So that's true.
I can't say that because T-Money wears a lot of polo shirts now that he's coaching.
You know what? He's an asshole too. It's fine.
Well, he
but,
is, but we love him.
But, no, if you tuck your polo shirt in, you need to be beat the fuck up everywhere you go until you untuck that shit. No, you don't tuck polo shirts. You can tuck button downs. You can even, I would even let you do like the little half tuck on a t-shirt.
No.
But a polo tucked in, no.
Anyways,
unless you're playing golf professionally.
Yeah, old people.
Yeah,
old
and even then,
who play golf,
you still need your ass for doing it.
So I am looking at this on Amazon. Like, this isn't a trope. This isn't something fake.
Oh, yeah, no, you can buy it right now.
I am looking at it on Amazon.
Go Google the collared button down one piece man. What the fuck was it called?
The men's lingerie short sleeve turn down collar press button crotch shirt bodysuit.
Woo! Oh man!
And
how much?
Can get it for the low price of $12.95, but the bigger sizes they do charge you an extra $1, $13.95, and it comes in black or navy blue.
What? How big can you get the crotch? Is the important.
I don't know about how big you can get the crotch.
Can you just leave it unbuttoned? Because I don't know.
Unbuttoned.
I don't know. You safety pin it to the bottom of your jeans.
You can get it in an extra large with $5.99 for shipping.
Okay.
And
how much does it cost to get your dignity back?
Way more than $13.95. Yeah, and it's just like the baby onesie. It's got 3 buttons in the crotch. First of all, I like the ease of being able just to pull my clothes up or down when I have to use the bathroom.
Sure.
That whole digging in your crotch thing to undo buttons, that's just weird.
Yeah, no.
I don't even know if I want to put my kids in that.
Plus 2, unless you're going to do a standing up, which you're probably going to do a sitting down, you run the risk of like getting your hand in the toilet water and reaching down there. It's like you don't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
Though
I know me personally, I wait to go to the bathroom as long as I possibly can. I'm sure that's not good for my bladder,
probably not, no.
But I mean, I wait as long as I possibly can. I'm not gonna have time to undo the buttons.
No.
And those things you gotta like yank. If you've ever seen baby onesies, you gotta like yank the bitches.
Yeah, like they don't come off easy. Okay, so I want to say something. I'm going to tell you guys another little fashion thing and a little secret about Mike. So, as a man, if you wear a button-down shirt tucked in, you understand the dreaded muffin top. Okay, to where shirt starts to pull, like spill out on the sides, and you have to constantly keep trying to pull it back in. Well, there's a device or an accessory that you can buy to help keep that from happening. Now, if you're going to do this, you got to be totally comfortable with your sexuality as a man and not be embarrassed about stuff, and you got to be okay with wearing high socks. But there's this thing called
the clips?
Yes.
I've seen those.
Okay, I own some.
Okay.
And if you ever see me wearing a button-down shirt, underneath my pants, there's these little things that are clipped to the bottom of my shirt and clipped to the top of my sock to keep my shirt pulled down, so it doesn't bunch up and start to spill out from reaching and stuff like that. Question. Yes?
If you didn't want to wear the high socks, why don't you just clip it to the edge of your boxers?
Too much slack. It needs to be tighter. Because the thing is about like this long, because it goes down the length of your leg.
So get shorter ones.
Well, I don't know if they make shorter ones.
They
Plus
do.
Plus 2, I don't want to clip anything that close to my bare skin. Like, when sock, it's okay. Because it's like it's down by my calf or whatever. Sometimes it rubs from walking around, and you don't want that. You don't want scars on your ass from your thing.
I'll say you could get like the plastic ones that you use for sheets.
True. It was hard enough to just find something. I had to go to the fucking Men's Warehouse to buy this shit because nobody had
they
them.
don't sell them at work.
No. Anyway, the point is it's basically the same concept as the onesie. I would much rather clip that shit on me to keep my shirt down than to have. I don't want to button down. If nothing else.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Because that won't give you an accurate count of how many were sold.
Let's see. I gotta get to full screen here because I left my glasses at home. Reviews.
Please tell me they made like 6. 5 left. Because let's put it this way. I tried to type in Google search all those words that you gave me, and I wound up like somehow back again at like the underwear where you can see the pews, but had the big pouch.
Oh, my
like,
favorite. Yeah.
Okay, they have 4.4 out
and
of 5
I was like, this
stars.
is not
Okay.
what I was trying to find.
Though?
3.
Oh, okay. And they said how many are in stock?
They have 5 left.
Okay, so they had 8 to start with. Okay.
I guess.
Because I promise you, they didn't sell no more than 3 of them bitches. But, so, I mean, but someone is buying it, though. I don't know who or why, but somebody is buying it. So.
Sorry, I just looked. You know how you scroll down and it says, like, Amazon? I just glanced at it. I thought it said Amazon fetish. Now,
Get the fuck out. Okay, look.
All right, go back. Please continue.
Okay, so hear me out. We all got the see-through pube dick and ball pouch polo onesie, okay? We could totally do like a button-down like bodysuit. Like the whole thing.
You know what's funny is the men bargain finds related to this item. Bam. Men thong.
Yeah, that's what underneath your onesie, you're wearing your dick and ball cup boxer briefs, and it's a whole thing.
We need to get some sponsors so that we can afford to buy these things.
I wish I wouldn't have clipped on
Do
that.
what?
Bribe people into wearing them for us, because there's no way you're ever going to see me in this shit.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so
get sponsors,
I clicked on...
buy these things, put them on other people.
I clicked on the about the item. It says button
I'll
closure,
take that back. I'll totally
men's
rock
one
these just
piece
for a
shirt,
gimmick once, but,
bodysuit, romper, pajama, crotch closure, short sleeves, turn down collar, 2 fasteners at the top, men's shirt design, solid colors, stretch fabric for custom fit, no matter your body shape.
Oh, wait. Does it have buttons in the crotch, but does it have the butt flap?
Nope,
in the back?
no butt flap.
No. So it's not like pajamas.
No,
Okay.
but it does say perfect for diaper lovers, age players, cosplayers.
What the fuck did I
AV
say?
role
What did I
players
say?
and adult babies, etc.
What did I say? The first thing out of my mouth was, this sounds like the shit them people who fucking dress up like babies do. What? God damn it.
You can wear this at Renfest.
So you can get them all the way up to size 2XL.
Hell yeah. I still want to know, how can you get it extended dick pouch size? Because if not, then...
It says shoulder to crotch. Oh, shoulder to crotch size. Here we go. 34 7 centimeters for a medium.
Okay.
35
In
to...
the crotch?
Yep.
Okay.
This is shoulder to crotch.
Though.
Yeah.
That's not... Okay.
But I mean, I would assume that if you have a thicker crotch, then you would need a longer shirt.
That's what they need to put in. I'm gonna make up a fake
the
review for that shit.
The longest
and it'll
one
be
they
like,
have is
my dick too big for this.
37 to 94 centimeters. So
okay,
there you go.
It's like, how much girth can I have and still put this? All right.
We've spent way too much time on this.
We have.
My goal was to make this short, sweet.
You failed.
I did. I underestimated the amount of dick jokes that followed this.
Well, of course. Yeah.
Especially with Ben being back.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah. So
I don't think I made that many dick jokes, did I?
Between you and Mike,
you
and you guys kind of like bounce off of each other, and so he'll start one and you'll finish it. And
right.
then,
it's like an assist.
Yeah, you guys keep going.
Right. I do a behind the back pass. You go for the layup. And,
yeah.
Our bromance is so thick we finish each other's dick jokes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's pretty much.
Oh,
what
that was good actually.
That needs to go on a shirt.
Yeah.
That needs to go on a shirt.
Instead of thick as thieves, we thick as dicks.
There you go.
Thick than a dick. All
there
right,
you
anyway.
go, right there.
All right.
With 2 C's.
Yeah, yes, on the dick too.
Yep,
2 C's on the dick.
Yep. So my, I guess, advice.
I thought you were gonna say my point to all this. There was a point to this?
No. My advice, I suppose, is if you're into adult baby play, then there is a polo for you. If you're not,
it don't even make sense though, because you want to be an adult baby, but you want to wear like a 40-year-old man's work attire.
I don't understand that kind of relationship, so I'm not going to go there.
All right.
But
He's like, business on the top, party on the bottom.
I don't understand that kind of relationship, so I'm not going to go there. So yeah, that's dumb shit for this week. As usual, my process things just kind of come to me as I'm scrolling the internet at 2 o'clock in the morning, not being able to sleep. If you want to contribute to Dumb Shit of the Week, you can send it to the show at officialoglfg@gmail.com. You can also send it to me on Twitter. I am at Froggy Beaver, and the show is at One Giant Leap, 4 Geeks. So somehow, some way, give me your dumb shit, and I'll peruse it and possibly put it on the show. Okay, stay smart, kids. Don't buy onesies.
Unless you are literally a kid. Then
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But you wouldn't be buying. Anyway, that is it for the show. Remember, you can always find us at our home, onegiantleapforgeeks.libsyn.com. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or anywhere else you get your podcast. Make sure to show us some love, so go ahead and take your little fingers and hit that like, subscribe, rate, follow, review buttons, and all that shit.
And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, criticisms, you just want to say hi, you want to, send us a dick joke, whatever, you can email us at officialoglfg@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at GiantLeap, 4 Geeks. Myself, I am on Twitter at Froggy Beaver. And our Benwah is on Twitter at Benwah Gaming, BENWAH Gaming. The show is also on Facebook, Reddit, Instagram. I am on Instagram. I don't post often, but I'm working on it. So all you guys got to do is search for One Giant Leap for Geeks. You guys have a good night. Bye.
See you again in 2 months.